Building a custom Corvette in No Man's Sky can be rather intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. With the right tips and tricks, you can be making all kinds of crazy looking ships. For example, did you know it is possible to flip unflippable parts? And it's relatively easy to do. In order for the trick to work, you need two of the single room habs. Place down the one that you want to connect stuff to that you want to be able to flip, and then next to that one, you need to place a secondary one. Then you're gonna back out and save your design, and then you're gonna go up to the hab that you connected to the one you want to be able to attach unflippable parts to. Then just place a ladder in the top of it. Once you've done this, go back into the Corvette building and attach another small hab to the top of the one with the ladder. After you have done this, you can then grab the one on the bottom and flip it. Do note that you do need to flip it only a single time. It can get a little finicky and want to flip back and forth. Sometimes it's pretty quick when it does it. If the next step I'm about to tell you to do does not work, just go back and try to flip it again. Once you have flipped it, then you're going to look at the piece that you want to be able to attach unflippable parts to and be able to flip them. Hit whatever button it tells you to hit to duplicate and duplicate it. Once you do this, the duplicated part should immediately clip inside of itself. Just place it. Now you can delete the two parts that are connected through the ladder. The section that you created that has the two habs clipped inside of themselves can now have any part attached to it, and any part that is unflippable will be flippable. You can do some really crazy stuff with this. For example, you can put thrusters going in the opposite direction. After you have placed all of your parts and flipped all the parts that you want to flip, I do advise going back through and deleting the habs that you have them connected to and just placing normal habs down. You can even delete the single one and replace it with a double one if you want to do so. The parts that have been flipped won't change once you delete the part that they're connected to. And I know all of that may seem complicated, but it's really not. It's really easy once you do it once or twice and understand what you're doing. Next, let's talk about how to make curved pieces, because it is possible to make curved pieces. This one has a few more steps to it than the previous one, so pay attention. But just like with the previous one, once you've done it a couple of times and you understand the steps, you'll realize it's pretty easy to do. Pick any piece that is round. It doesn't matter which rounded piece you use that is a decoration. You can see I have a bunch of different examples here of the different pieces that you can use. Once you have placed the decoration on the ship, you're going to back out and save the design. Then, if you're not in first person mode, I highly advise you go into first person mode. You don't have to, but it just makes it much easier to do what we're about to do. Next, you're going to go up to whatever rounded piece you have placed, and you are going to choose to place a window. Make sure you hit whatever key it tells you to hit up there at the top to go into free place mode. This only works if you're in free placement mode. Now, you're not going to see a hologram of the window, but just look at wherever you want it to place and then click the button. As you can see, it places in the opposite direction of what you would expect it to place, which is exactly what you want. Then just place a bunch of them however you want to place them, preferably making a curve shape. And then once you're done, go back into the Corvette build mode. Now, you can attach habs to each of those windows. You can attach the hab in any direction that you want, depending on what use you have planned for it. If for some reason something is off and you didn't place enough of them to make the curve shape that you want to make, you can actually go back in and look at the gaps in between the habs and place more windows and then connect more habs to them. It honestly gets a little crazy. Now, once you have these two techniques down and you understand them, you can actually combine them together to create a rounded shape made out of habs that allow you to connect unflippable parts, flipping said parts. All you need to do is do the rounded thing with whatever decoration that you've decided to use. Make sure that you have the side of your habs facing outwards to create the rounded shape. Then you're going to go through and connect a bunch of habs to the outside of those. Once you have done so, you are then going to place ladders in those habs that you connected onto the outside, and then you're just going to do the flip trick in order to be able to create the habs placed inside of the habs. After you have done this, you can go through and delete all of your outer habs, and then you have a circular ring of habs that you can connect whatever you want to and flip anything that is unflippable. And after you are done, you can go back through and actually delete all of the habs and the decoration piece that you put there in order to create the rounded shape, leaving only the parts that you had connected to them, and you won't have any issues as long as some part of your ship or a majority of your ship is connected to said rounded shape. Combining these two things together along with some of the other tips and tricks I have shown in previous videos, you can create some absolutely crazy looking designs. All right, that's all I have for you, and this one is a short, sweet video. Hopefully you found it helpful and informational. If you did, please consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. And if you're looking for some more of my content, you can find a link to another one of my videos on the screen right now. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.